Here I'm going to go over how you can fill out your checkbook and kind of keep a running balance of how much money you have in your account at a given time. It's important to do this because if you ever have a negative account balance, then your bank is going to charge you a fee. So let's go over an example, but first off I want to show you how I've highlighted what some of these main columns mean. The first column is where you put the check number if you actually write a check, or a code, and you can use any of the codes up here at the top to signify what kind of transaction you're making. Then you do your date and your transaction, and then you're either subtracting money from your account, and if so you use this orange column, or you're adding money, and if so you use this green column. And then you have your new balance. So let's say first off you pay your cell phone bill, and you're going to use a check. How would we fill that out in our checkbook? So I put my check number here, the date, what it is, and then I'm subtracting money, I'm paying something, so I put it in that orange column. And then I come up with my new balance. So I take $45 and I subtract it from my old balance to get my new balance. Now let's say that I'm paid and it's direct deposit by my employer directly into my check account. Now in this case there isn't a check number. I'm going to use one of the codes up here to describe what was happening. I'm going to use the AD for automatic deposit, the date, that's a direct deposit, and then this one I'm adding money to my account, so I put it in my green column. So you take your previous balance and you add that $1,000 and then you have your new balance. Now let's say that we pay our mortgage using a check as well. This one is real similar to my cell phone bill. I'm just putting my check number, the date, what it's for, and then I'm subtracting money from my account to make this payment. So I put that in the orange column, and then I'm going to subtract that $500 from my previous balance to get my new balance. Now let's say you go out to lunch and you use your debit card to pay for it. How would we write that down? I didn't use a check, so I'm just going to use one of the codes up here. I use my debit card, so I'm going to put a DC, and then who I paid it to, you put the name of that deli, and this is a payment, so I am going to subtract it from my previous balance to get my new balance. Now lastly, let's say that you are going to withdraw money from an ATM. Now it's important to know that unless you go to the ATM for your specific bank, like Huntington for example, if I bank with Huntington but I go to a different bank's ATM or just one in a store that was easy access, often you are charged a fee. So in this case I withdrew $20 but then there was a $2 fee. You always want to make sure you include that fee in your total withdrawal amount. So again, I'm using one of the codes up here at the top. I'm going to use the ATM code, the date, cash withdrawal, and fee. You could say what you needed the cash for if you want, and just add that there in your description. The amount, and then again, you subtract it from your previous balance to get your new balance.